The dinner you're making is almost certainly pricier than it would have been 1 year ago. And going out to eat is pricier, too. Experts say companies are struggling to keep up with demand and production costs are skyrocketing. And now we're paying for it. Chris Ty, live in Little Village, where there's no sign of it slowing down. Chris.
No sign at all, Brad. From Jewel to the jewelry store, from Home Depot to Office Depot, the price of almost everything is going up. And experts we spoke with today say there's no sign it's slowing down. It's being felt here.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Deep in the kitchen of Los Comales in Little Village.
Nothing ever has been comparable exactly to what we've been going through right now.
Price hikes on everything. From the corn that makes tortillas, to the tomatoes that anchor the salsa, to chicken, which jumped 75 cents a pound just this week.
Chicken, meats, produce, paper, anything that basically has to be transported by fuel has gone up.
And it's just beginning.
We're going to see prices continue to rise for the next 18 to 24 months.
Demand for raw materials is way up. Production costs, as workers are scarce, up too. And availability of key supply chain elements has plummeted. A quick example.
Hey man, there you have it. But before we get in this lesson, I got the brother.
Yo, Maya.
Brother Banya from the gym at Chicago camp. So before we get in this lesson, we want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash, and double honor to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us his word in true sincerity and charity. And shalom to all you faithful brothers that stand boldly for this doctrine to receive mercy and salvation in these last days. Basically, we watched this video, man, which was posted in the information room, going into how prices is going up here in Little Village, which is in Chicago, which is the camp we are part of, set up and anointed through the Most High to push the word. And if you spiritual enough to see, man, if you in the spirit and you believe in the Lord and his prophecies and the things concerning the end times, man, you see that the price is going up and it's just the beginning. That's a sign of famine, which is in the prophet, which is prophecy, which is in the scriptures, man. So we're going to pull these scriptures out. Lord hopes to let us be edifying. You can finish the video yourself on CBS Chicago, but I'm going to grab this real quick. This the book of Genesis chapter 47, because when you read about the famine that took place in Egypt, it's going to happen today, man, because America is likened unto spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Okay.
The place where our Lord was crucified.
That's right.
And this is where all these prophecies are happening, because they have to pay for the defacing of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The image of Yahweh Shai, his reputation, everything he was about, everything he stood for, his race. And as he said in Revelation, the first chapter, every eye shall see him, even those that pierce him. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is setting up for revenge, but this is the start of many calamities, And that proves that this place is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, because this is where the image of our Lord was crucified. Yep. And that's what they have to pay for. And putting their hands on the apple of the Lord's eye.
Yep. And the prophecy concerning that is famine. This Genesis 47:13. And there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of famine. And that's what it is, man. A famine took place in ancient Egypt. But just as it says in the scriptures, man, the Lord required the things that passed, and he's going to show his power again in these last days, man, on Esau Edom, who was prophesied to rule in these last days, man. And the Lord's going to show his power by sending plagues and famines according to prophecy, man. And he said, I will smite Egypt with plagues as before. That's in the book of 2 Ezra, which they like to take out the Bible. But not all that to say, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is showing his power. Prophecies are speaking, man. And that famine is going to come. It's going to happen, man. It happened again, and it happened back then. It's going to happen again. Like they say, history got a weird way of repeating itself. And this Psalms, not Psalms, Ezekiel. This is Ezekiel 14:13. Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out my hand upon it. So this land been trespassing against you, how Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The elder brother Jeremiah just mentioned it, man. By try to defacing the Lord, defaming the men of the Lord, and feminizing them and taking away their honor and their glory by painting your image spreading your lies and your democracy, man, and your false sense of hope, and everything he does and everything these nations push is counterproductive against the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, man.
Hey, we was even talking
And that's a
about
sin.
We was talking about it, even like how we was talking about the pollution in the ocean.
Yeah.
And how even if they just stop eating those abominations, which they ain't supposed to be eating, like shrimps, crabs, sea roaches, that'll stop that problem. But Esau's clean contrary. We clean contrary to him. This dude is the original, can't get right. So even from the smallest things to the biggest things, everything this man has set up is against the plan of Yahweh Shem Shai.
Yep.
But it's still with it because he's in control of everything. He's the puppet master.
Let you hang yourself, man.
Exactly.
And not only Esau, Edom, who's destined for destruction and no salvation unto life and hope, which us Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans need and should be seeking in the end days. Hey, the land itself of Israel, because it's a people before it's a place. They're sinning against their creator and maker. So this famine that's coming is because the wickedness that's done here on earth. And the Lord said that, man, that there's a punishment coming. And part of that is this famine, man. And it says, it will break the staff of the bread thereof, and will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. You know, so as you see these prophecies passing more and more, man, you see things like prices of food going up, and anything that need fuel to be transported. And you see, hey, these are the words of the Lord speaking.
Esau
you know,
throwing away money.
yeah, prophecies is coming, man. The money fell into Egypt. They dumping all this money out here because they know the economy is through. Egypt is not being healed. They got all these presidents that's called Make America Great Again, but you cannot, because Babylon will not be healed. And we living in them times, man, where these words and these scriptures are playing out, you know. But like, again, if you're spiritual, and you'll see these things, and you won't look at them as small, man. It is Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land. And you see that, man, by prices going up. And it's going to get very grievous, man. And it's called a day like no other, Jacob's trouble. That's prophecy. But it must build up to that. And it says, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh B'Shem Shai. So the scriptures all talks about famine. It gives the scriptures, the precepts, and it gives the accounts to let you know these things are going to happen again.
Hey, just like in the Book of Kings, where the two ladies told the story when the one was like, we agreed to eat your baby, and then it was a famine in the land. He said, I will agree to eat your baby if you agree to let me eat yours. Then they ate each other baby, all right, and then the other lady was like, no, you can't eat my baby. Oh, in the Book of Lamentations, it tells you that the pitiful women shall be
Sodding their children.
Shall slaughter their children, man.
I got it right here. That's the spirit. It is Lamentations 4 and verse 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. The hands of the pitiful woman, and that's talking about starving from famine, man, which is going to increase. The hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children.
They cook, they boil their own children to eat, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And that account in the scriptures. And it says, they were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. And that's the whole nation, man, of Israel. So because you transgressed against the Lord, you blaspheme the name of the Lord, you take light of his word, you treat his men like anything, man, and you look back, hey, there's a sin to pay for that, man. And that sin is a grievous death by pain. You know, you get right, take heed to the message, man, else you die in the famine. You know, and that's the Lord pouring out his fury according to prophecy, man. So if you got anything else, brother?
No.
Lord, we hope the lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash, double on the side elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.